Hello and welcome back. Today we are starting a sub-series within Google Workspace, that's Google Studio. Now consider this to be a N10 within Google Workspace or a Zapier within Google Workspace. Now if you're immersed into Google Workspace, then this video series is for you because you can automate a lot of things within Google Workspace without using any other third-party solutions. So let's see what is that and how do we use it. Now to use Google Studio, we have to go to studio.workspace.google.com, and this is the screen that we can see. Automate your work with Gemini, streamline and manage tasks across Workspace. So this is where you can describe what are you looking Gemini to create for you, or you can also use the already created flows, okay, which we can call it as templates right over here. So stay on top of email, get a daily summary of 100 emails, respond quickly, notify me about emails from key people, track new requests, label emails with action items, and so on and so forth. So you can see a lot of them being added here. So these are email boosters, then we have better meetings, and then we have tasks and action items, and then we have customer connections, everyday essentials, and so on and so forth. Now this is what you can see in Discover. If you go to My Flows, you can see all the workflows that you have created for yourself, right? Now to create a new one, you can go to New Flow, and this is where you can create a new workflow for yourself. Now there are a few starters. Basically in N10 or Zapier terms, these are triggers. What will trigger your workflow, right? So these are the options available, like on a schedule, when I get an email, when someone joins a space, when I get a chat message, when I am mentioned, when an emoji reaction is added, when a sheet changes, when an item is added to the folder, and a few more options. Okay, we'll get into each of this as we move into this series, but let's quickly go to Discover and see one of the sample flows. Let's say get a daily summary of 100 emails. So when I click on this one, it opens the flow, and you can see this is on a schedule, right? So the trigger is on a schedule. Basically in Google Studio, it's called starter, right? And here they've used start date and time as 0206, which is basically Feb 6th, okay? Time is 8 a.m. And repeat is every weekday, that is Monday to Friday, and then ends after 1 year, right? So you can change this to your needs. You can give a date here, start date. You can give a time. You can also mention whether you need the frequency to be 15 minutes or frequency to be 30 minutes and so on and so forth. If you don't need frequency, then it can be does not repeat, but then it does not become automation. It could just be a one-time activity, right? So every 15 minutes would mean it runs at 8 o'clock and then 8:15 and then 8:30 and so on and so forth. Every 30 minutes would mean that it starts at 8 a.m. and then 8:30, 9:30 and so on and so forth. Hourly, again, as we can understand, daily, it runs on a daily basis every weekday, only Monday to Friday and not Saturday and Sunday. Weekly would mean once a week, right? So whatever date you have selected, it will keep adding +7, +7, +7 and so on and so forth. So if you start it on Monday, then every Monday at 8 a.m. it will keep running. And every other week would mean once in 2 weeks, right? Monthly would mean every month, whatever date we have selected. So 6th of Feb is what we have selected. So it will happen 6th of March, 6th of April, and so on and so forth. Annually, of course, as we understand, it will run once a year. And this is the end date, okay? When do you want it to end? Okay, so never means it keeps running, okay, until you come and close it based on the frequency that we have selected, of course. 1 hour means it will stop after 1 hour. So if you have given frequency as 15 minutes and if you give the end as 1 hour, it will run 4 times, right? Likewise, 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, and 1 year. Okay. Now you can make any changes as per your need. You can also go to show more, and here you can change the time zone. Okay. This becomes the trigger. The next thing is recap 100 emails. So this is a Gemini activity that we have given. So you can see here, time range for summary. So we have the time range here. Okay. The option available is today, 12 a.m. to run start, which means from midnight 12 a.m. until whenever this action is started. Okay, so it will consider that. and it will take up all the emails in the inbox which are unread and summarize for us. If we use yesterday 12 a.m. to 11:59 p.m., then it will run for yesterday, the entire day of yesterday, right? And last 7 days, last 30 days, and so on and so forth. In this particular workflow, which was a template, they have considered yesterday 12 a.m. to 11:59 p.m., right? And then the prompt is go summarize 100 emails from the primary inbox, organize them into action-oriented categories, and exclude promotional and non-essential content. Instructions: filter emails, identify all 100 emails from yesterday, exclude ads, promotional emails, social media notifications, newsletters, spam, automated meeting acceptance, location changes, and system notifications. Okay, so there is a detailed prompt that Google themselves have created for this particular template. And if you want to make any changes, you could do that, right? And then once you feel that this is good enough, you want to test it out, you can click on test run. Now let's understand what happens after the summary is created. It is notify me in chat, right? So you can see here summary of 100 emails. We will get into this step and understand how this particular workflow can be created manually, but let me test run this and show you what happens. Okay, so you can see here a test run takes real actions. It will send messages, update files, and set up meetings. So if we have asked it to update the files or set up meetings, it will actually do so. So that's why please be sure that when you're testing, it is not going to some real users or someone outside your company and so on and so forth. So I click on start. You can see on a schedule is already done. So it's actually going recap 100 emails now. And you can see here, right? So there are a lot of 100 emails and it has actually fetched a few. Okay, so Gemini responded to the prompt. Let's get caught up on your inbox. Urgent action items, Zapier task limit reach. Okay, you have 200 held tasks and so on and so forth. So we were testing out something and looks like we have already finished our task in this particular account. That's completely fine. You must either upgrade your plan and so on and so forth. Google OAuth verification rejected. Okay, this was some old email if I'm not wrong, right? So Bismate 007, of course, we have stopped working on that project, so that's also fine. Collaboration follow-up, arrow. Following your inquiry about a collaboration opportunity, you are instructed to contact. When sending the email, you should include a detailed self-introduction and your expected collaboration module, right? So that's the next action item. And then collaboration opportunity, again, some other program, and they've mentioned a few details, right? And then emergent dedicated support pilot. So we've got some email from them and another email and so on and so forth. So you can see that there are a lot of emails that it has actually summarized for us, right? And you can also see meeting updates. You are all caught up, which means there is no email which was meant for meetings in the last 24 hours. Okay. Now notify me in chat. So it says that it has already notified me. Let me check what I've got in the chat. So you can see here, this is the one I got just 1 minute ago. And let's get caught up on your inbox, urgent action items, and so on and so forth. So it actually sent me a chat message on Google Chat. Okay. Now let's quickly check how do we create this from scratch. So if I go to plus, then I can select any of the triggers, or as they call it as starter. Okay. And if I select on a schedule, okay, then this is getting selected. It'll ask me when you want to start this, what is the frequency, and when you want to end it, right? So I can say I want to start it from coming Monday. Okay. And let the time be, let's say 10 a.m. right? Repeat, let's say every alternative days. Okay, we don't have any alternative days, so I will go with every weekday, right? Ends in 1 year, maybe 1 month. Okay, just for this case. And then actions we have. Okay, I can ask Gemini. I can recap 100 emails. Okay, I can extract some details from the emails. I can also go with the decide statement. Okay, I can ask it to summarize and so on and so forth. Now, ask Gemini, or these things are AI based skills. Okay, so you give some input and ask it to perform certain actions. right? We have a few tools here, which is check, if, and filter. Okay, and then we have some Gmail based operations, which is basically notify me by email, archive an email, draft a reply, add labels, remove labels, and so on and so forth. Likewise, we have chat, which is notify me in chat, which is exactly what we saw a while ago. We have sheets, add a row, update rows, clear rows, get sheet content, and drive, add email attachments to drive, create a folder, right? And then we have docs, create a doc, add to a doc. And then finally for tasks, we have create a task, right? Now we saw how Ask Gemini worked in the previous case. Okay, in this particular case, so first let's go with recap 100 emails. Okay, and we can say yesterday. And instead of all of this, I'll just mention identified if there are any transactional emails or pending payment emails, right? So I'll just mention this, and then next step I'll say decide. Okay, I'll put variables and I'll just say recap 100 emails, summary of 100 emails. Okay, and I mention based on the output from previous step, respond true or false for transactional emails or pending payment emails. Okay, this decide step will always reply back true or false, right? So once that is done, we can go to the next step, and you can see here this is the check. Okay, it has already added a check statement here, and the decision is true or false. So if it is true, what do you want to do? Let's say I want to notify in the chat, and I'll say you have some transactional emails or pending payment emails, please attend them immediately, right? And if I want, I can also go to variables, this one and this one. Okay, so it will attach the output from step 2. Now if I want for false, I can go here, I can say decide, check if. It should have been check if. I can say check if, and here will be decide is false. So what should happen if it is false? I can just say no transactional or pending payment emails. Relax, right? So once you feel that this is good enough, you can click on test run and click on start. So let's see what happens. On schedule, recap 100 emails, and there you go. So it has got a few details. Okay, right. Responded to the prompt true. The email summary includes a dedicated section titled pending payment transaction emails, which details a payment issue concerning a shared invoice where the payer reported encountering issues while attempting to make a payment, right? So this is true, and that's why I've got a message over here. Let's quickly check that. So here it says, now you have some transactional emails or pending payment emails. Please attend them immediately. I've summarized your 100 emails from yesterday. Okay, critical alerts and action required 100. So Zapier task limit reached because it is something to do with upgradation. It considered it to be pending payment. Likewise, there is some details over here, right? And so on and so forth. So once this is done, we can go back and give some name to it. Let's say, for example, transactional dark I need payments, right? Give a name, and you can go over here to check the activity, right? We have run it only twice. Okay, so the first one was a few minutes ago, and this one is just now. And you can see here, both of these are test runs, right? If you feel that this is good enough, you can turn it on, which means every day, okay, based on the schedule. Let's just wait. So which means as per the schedule, that is starting from 9th of February, daily at 10 a.m. from Monday to Friday, it will keep doing this activity, right? And if this is not yet ready, then turn it off. It will automatically get saved. That's the beauty of this particular Workspace Studio. So that's all we had for today. And in the coming videos, we will be covering a lot more to do with Gmail, Google Sheets, Forms, Drives, and so on and so forth. So stay tuned. And if you feel this video was helpful, please share it with as many people as possible so that they can get the best of Google Studio. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.